What is going on, guys? Welcome back. We're live. Happy Sunday, Daylight Savings Time Day. I hope you guys enjoyed not having an extra hour of sleep and actually losing sleep. But welcome in. Welcome back to another episode of the Strive Sunday Show. And this show is designed to help you level up your mind, body, soul through health, fitness, wellness, and mindset. My experiences, my journey, and what I've learned are here to help provide you with tactics that you can use for your own success. But yeah, so welcome in, guys. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. I'm here to leave you guys knowledge and just more positivity to allow you to have the good week you deserve. If this is your first time in here, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Leave a comment. Say hello in the chat. Subscribe if you're new. We're going to do this every Sunday that I can do. And I appreciate you guys being here, taking the time out of your Sunday to strive. So I'm going to say hello to the chat so far. Mike88 NYC, what's up, buddy? Appreciate you being here as always. Happy Hunt, Nicole, welcome in. Samantha Lowe says, hey, everyone. Appreciate you, Sam. Thanks for popping in. Kate MP, Kate, hello. Thank you for being here, and thank you for helping me out the way you do. Sebastian the Crab, Jeanette, what is up? Appreciate you being here. Doreen Jones, hello, Mom. Thank you for coming in. But yeah, today we got a good show. Today we got a great show. We're going to talk about time management. We're going to talk about learning from failure and using failure as motivation to grow. And we're also going to talk about self-talk, the importance of self-talk. Why is self-talk important? Because that's going to help you control your thoughts, your energy, your habits, and your overall success. So let's get into it. Let's talk time management first, all right? Time management. What do we know about time management? Why is time management important? Well, first, time management, especially if you're busy, it's going to be important to have a lot of opportunity. You want opportunity, and the more opportunity you can have is based off of your time management skills. If you lack time management, it's not going to be good for you. Time management is important for your organization, your overall efficiency of your work, and let's just dive right into it. So, time management, my personal experience with time management. I used to not be the best at time management, and I'm still not the best at time management. But I've learned that through time management and actually paying attention to my daily tasks, what I'm looking to accomplish, having a to-do list, having a little idea of what I want my day to look like, especially on the weekends when I have more free time, I have to make sure I'm managing my time better. And I know this because I used to not do that. And it used to be like a free-for-all. And I wouldn't be getting as much done as I could have been. So learning through my own failures of not managing my time, I've kind of come to realize to-do lists are important. Knowing going into your day what you're trying to accomplish is important. Kenneth Wepler, welcome in. I'm sorry I missed you at first. But just learning that having structure in your day, knowing what the important tasks are, where you're going to delegate most of your effort and your focus, it's going to be very beneficial. Like if you kind of just go about your day and you're on social media a lot, you're scrolling, 3 hours go by and you've been on Facebook or TikTok, you're going to learn that you got to pay attention to where your attention goes. You got to pay attention to what you do on a daily basis and your habits, and it's going to help your efficiency of your work. But some of the benefits, let's talk about the benefits. Kate says, making a routine has helped me so much. Yeah, same here. Having a routine, knowing what I want to get done is very important, and just making sure I'm actually crossing those things off the list. Mike 88 says, my time management sucks, but I'm trying. Hey, that's all you can do is keep working at it and to keep paying attention to where your energy goes, and you'll get better. We all get better through trial and error. Stress relief. So having to-do lists is going to help with overall stress levels. It's going to help you kind of organize better. And basically, once we kind of check things off our to-do list, your brain releases a neurotransmitter called dopamine. Dopamine is basically the feel-good hormone that's tied to the feelings of satisfaction, the feelings of happiness, and overall just being productive. So having those kind of to-do lists, check it off as you go. You're going to feel better. You're going to know, like, okay, I'm making progress. Just got to keep working at it. And again, make sure you have those urgent tasks at the top. You check those ones off, or you work on those ones first, and then you slowly work your way down to maybe the less meaningful tasks. But yeah, it's going to help you with your stress. It's going to help you feel better overall. So make some to-do lists and check those off as you go. It's going to lead to more time, extra time spent doing other things that maybe you want to enjoy, other hobbies or pursuits. Again, you got to make sure that you're putting the important stuff at the top, checking them off, and then you're going to have more time down the road to delegate towards other tasks. And you won't forget things. Yes, you won't forget things. You'll be aware of everything you need to get done once you check it off on the list, instead of kind of going throughout the day trying to remember what you need to get done, and then worst case scenario, you forget that one thing that you've been trying to get done, but again, it hasn't been on your to-do list, so you haven't got it done yet. More opportunity. So again, same thing goes back to having more time. You're going to have more opportunity to maybe add things to your to-do list. You're going to be able to schedule more of your work, and it's going to lead to more efficiency of your work. So just more opportunity to have quality work. Again, managing your time is also a great skill. If you're someone who's searching for a job and they're looking for a great candidate that has time management and organization skills, you want to be, again, at the top of their list for when they're looking to hire somebody. Ken says, I love putting things on my Google Calendar. To me, if I put it on the list, I'll do it. It holds me accountable. Absolutely. I'm the same way. I don't really do like the calendar thing. I do like reminders on my phone, alerts and stuff like that. But absolutely, whatever works for you, Google Calendar, yeah. A lot of my clients will do that too, like especially when they're scheduling their sessions with me, is they'll put it on the calendar. Just focus one step at a time. Absolutely, focus one step at a time, and then you're going to have more opportunities to be able to hone in on your priorities. You're able to reach your goals and tasks faster. So someone, again, this can go back to the person trying to lose weight or feel more comfortable in their own body. If they have a to-do list of things that are going to help them lose weight and they check those off, they're going to accomplish their goals faster than somebody who maybe wants to lose weight too, but they're not making it a priority, or it's on the bottom of their to-do list and they haven't gotten to it yet. So their workouts. If your workout is one of the first things on your to-do list and you get it out of the way first thing in the morning, guess what? You don't have to worry about it the rest of the day. Whereas someone who maybe works out at night after work, and then worst comes to worst, they don't find the time to actually fit that workout in. Well, guess what? The person with the priorities up here to help them reach their goals, they're going to reach them faster. So again, time management, you're going to be able to reach your goals faster than somebody who's struggling with time management or just not paying attention to their time management. So what are some steps that can help you get better at your time management? First one, this goes back to last week. If you weren't here last week, which I'm pretty sure everybody in the chat right now was, but if you're watching the replay and you haven't seen my last Strive Sunday show, we talked about goal setting. First step, time management is having goals set. Simple and specific goals, measurable goals that you can track your progress, again, attainable, relevant, and time I'm trying to think, time specific, time delegated. But setting goals, that's going to be important for managing your time. Prioritizing those goals. So you want to make sure that the urgent ones are first, urgent and important. Then you got like urgent but not as important. Then you got not so urgent but still kind of important. And then urgent and not important. So you kind of delegate what you need to get done. You need to prioritize the top of the list, to-do list, whatever. Make sure the important ones are first. You get those out of the way, or you work on those, spend an hour at a time. Make sure that you kind of allow time to focus on the other tasks. But having those priorities in place will make sure that your work is efficient and you're making progress where you need to make progress. Next one is the same thing, time limit and time delegations. If you work on a task, say you're working on like a project for school or work, and you spend 3 hours on it, whereas if you cut that work down into like an hour at a time, you might be surprised that the efficiency of your work in that 1 hour, because you're so focused on it, is better than if you tried to space it out or spend a longer period of time where 2 hours, 2.5 hours down the road, your focus isn't there, your motivation isn't there. So making sure that you're being efficient with your time instead of just spending all this time on one thing, you're going to be able to see that having those time slots for your work and your tasks at hand are going to be more beneficial than just saying, okay, this is the first thing I need to get done. And then 3 hours down the road, you still didn't get it done, but you've made progress. You might be saying, it's time to move on to the next task. So just limiting your time. I know there's apps out there. There's plugins you can put on your computers that will kind of allow you to shut down other apps or shut down everything that you're not working on and allow you to just focus, because again, distractions will come. You'll be looking at your phone or you'll be looking at different screens. You want to make sure that you're focused on your work, and really just allowing that efficiency. Mom says, so I can't spend all my time watching YouTube videos. It depends. If you have a lot to do, you can put it on in the background while you're getting it done. If not, then you gotta focus. Next one, take breaks. Yes. So basically, when you have a lengthy to-do list, one of the worst things you could do is just try and check them all off right away. Try and check them all off. Spend an hour here, hour there. You're gonna get tired quick. You want to make sure that you're balancing everything out. Take breaks if you need to. You take a break after you finish one task. And while you're taking that break, you can unplug, allow yourself to refocus, get that energy back, go for a walk or take a nap, 30-minute power nap, go eat something. But having those breaks, again, that's going to be important in your overall focus levels, overall motivation, and efficiency of your work, quality of your work. So take breaks. Don't try to overextend yourself, because then you're going to, again, that could lead to burnout. It could lead to just not getting the quality work you really want. Francisco, welcome in. He says, hello, Cody. Hello, everyone in the chat. Appreciate you being here, Francisco. Thank you once again. But yeah, I still need to find time to get on that treadmill. Yeah, Mom, you do. Put that at the top of the to-do list and let's get it done. Surfer Girl, Cherie, welcome in. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you guys so much. But yeah, take breaks. Take breaks where you need to and just allow yourself to recharge and not burn yourself out. Organize. Again, time management comes back to organization. You got to make sure that you're staying organized and you're staying on track. Basically, what that means is, like, to me, knowing what you want to get done before the day starts is important. Or first thing in the morning, you set those to-do lists and you make sure, okay, this is what I'm going to get done, and I'm going to write it all down. So you write it down, you say, boom, 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 check it off the list and make sure you get it done. But yeah, having an organized plan for the day or for the week, whatever it may be, as long as it may be, you put the most important tasks and then slowly work your way down. Remove non-essential tasks and activities. So again, this all depends on how productive you're trying to be, but you always want to make sure that the most important tasks are at the top. And so again, this goes back to organizing. Everything's planned out, and the ones that aren't essential to your overall growth or your overall progress should not be on the list or at the top of the list. Mike says, when I started, I found that my focus has improved because I actually gave topics to think about that are important to me and that I want to share with other people. Yeah, you just got to make sure that where you put your focus, your energy will follow. Surfer Girl Cherie says, I need to drink more water. I always forget. That's usually helps me lose weight and stop drinking soda. Absolutely. Yeah. Water is essential to helping you lose weight. So even setting reminders on your phone every couple hours, say, drink 8 ounces of water, drink a bottle of water. Setting those reminders on your phone are little to-do lists that you can check off once you do it. So at the end of your day, you can look at all the reminders that you kind of completed, saying that you checked off 8 ounces of water. You set 5 reminders on your phone that you checked off, and all of a sudden, you got how many ounces of water? You got a lot. Probably more than you would if you didn't, and if you struggle with water. So yeah, if you need to drink more water, put it at the top of your to-do list. Sebastian Jeanette says, my knockoff cheap Fitbit had a water reminder. Yeah. My smartwatch will tell me if I'm sitting too long or not moving as much. It'll tell me, hey, what about going for a walk, or how about a stretch? But yeah, just again, those little reminders, little things that you can add to your to-do list to make sure whatever you need to get done gets done. Planning ahead. Again, this goes back to what I said just a minute ago. Making sure you know, like on Friday, what you want your Saturday to look like. If you got the day off and you want it to be a productive day, you you want to make sure you know what you're going to do going into that day. So just making sure you got that list planned out, you got the structure laid out. So first things first, this is what I'm going to do when I wake up. I'm going to eat breakfast. Then I'm going to go for my workout. I'm going to go for my walk. And during my walk, I'm going to think about what I want to get done next. And you kind of, again, you're playing through your day and making sure little by little, all the things that you had planned to get done on Friday are getting done on Saturday. Is it true that when you wake up, you drink 8 ounces of water to kickstart your metabolism? Yes, water is one of the first things that can help kickstart your metabolism. Again, when we don't drink water for 8 hours of a night and we wake up, we're automatically dehydrated. So again, if you want to speed up your metabolism, help with your hydration, drink water. I recommend 16 to 20 ounces of water, but if you're someone who doesn't drink water regularly, 8 ounces is the best place to start. So yes, I would definitely suggest drinking water. Get in the habit of drinking a little bit of water every morning. It's going to help you with overall weight loss, and it's going to help you feel better. Amy, AGC Magic TV, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Kate says, I bought a special water bottle to help me increase my water intake. Yes. So they got those awesome water bottles that have the time stamps of where you should be at for your day. So at 7 a.m., it's at again, 8 ounces maybe. 8 a.m., you're at 16 to 20, and then so on and so on. By the time you hit 5 o'clock that night, you could have 64 ounces. So maybe, Jeanette, that is one thing you could do too, is get one of those big water jugs. They have 32 ounce, 64 ounce, and a gallon. Get those water jugs. Again, maybe that'll be a little more accountability for you. But yeah, planning ahead, that's important. So let's keep going. So time management is just one thing that maybe you need to pay attention to more. Maybe we're not aware of how we spend our time, or maybe we're just not taking inventory of our overall habits. And that could help you down the road to, again, improve the quality of your work, your overall focus on your goals, and just preparing you to constantly reassess where you're at and where you're trying to go. If your time management is already good and you know it could be a little bit better, just keep working on it. Just keep working on it, and little by little, your goals are going to be accomplishments in no time. And then you're going to be able to set new goals and new goals down the road. So time management is important. We can all get better at it, and we will. Next, we're going to talk about failure, and why it's important. First, I want to ask you guys, what is your definition of failure? I want to see some definitions of failure in the chat. What does failure mean to you? Let me know. I'll wait. I wish we had Jeopardy music I could put on the background. Do 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 do. But what does failure mean to you? What does the definition mean to you? I'll wait. Thank you guys for coming in. Make sure to Hulk smash that like button. Hulk smash the thumbs up button. Anybody have a definition of failure for me? Happy Sant Nicole says, me not working out like I'm supposed to. That's not reaching a goal in the time limit I have set. Those are great definitions of failure. And that's fine. Those are good. Some of the definitions online that I found were this one. It is a state of a condition of not meeting a desirable or intended objective and may be viewed as the opposite of success. That's just a broad definition of failure. And those were both great definitions. That's the thing. Most people will talk about failure in a negative form. So, not reaching a goal in the time limit you've set, yes. Not working out like you're supposed to, yes. Sebastian Crab says, not doing what I set out to do, but not because of a good reason, because there are good reasons, but just because I didn't do it. Yeah. So, not doing what you set out to do because you didn't do it. Again, failure basically, failure is almost always kind of talked about in a negative sense. And that's one of the big issues with a lot of people not reaching their goals is they have this constant, oh man, I didn't get it done. I didn't fail, or I failed, and we need to get better as a society talking about failure and being open to failure, because you can't succeed without failure. It's impossible. Nobody in their right mind, it's just not physically possible to succeed without any form of failure. I'd like imagine if Thomas Edison, on his 50th try of like inventing the light bulb, decided, you know what, it's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna be able to do it. It was over 10,000 times. 10,000 times. This is a quote. I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. That's what he said, Thomas Edison. Failure is inevitable. It's unavoidable. We're all going to fail. I've failed many times. And I could, sit back and kind of dwell on the fact that I failed. Or I can ask myself, what is this trying to teach me? What can I do to learn from this failure and move forward? So you have to always you got to fight. You got to fight the negativity that most people will kind of feel from failure. And you got to remember that failure is a good thing. Failure is a great thing. You got to keep telling yourself that the more times you fail and the more times you learn from your failure, the better off you're going to be the next time around, and you're going to be better and stronger because of it. Mom said, it's not a good feeling when I have plans to do something and it doesn't get done. And that's fine. That's again, failure. It's going to happen. We can't dwell on it. We got to learn from it. So it's not a good feeling when we fail, but when you learn from it, there's a lesson. There's a lesson from it, and you got to learn from that lesson and get better. So again, these are all great reasons that being aware of your failure is good, but letting it hold you back, like most people do, it's not good. So how can we overcome failure? We got to learn to be more positive. Jeanette says, I often will say I failed to do X, Y, and Z, and people jump all over me for being hard on myself, but I don't see it as bad. I see it as a fact and motivating to do better next. Yeah, that's good. As long as you don't see it as negativity, then that's good. Because being hard on yourself is not bad at all. And I agree. I'm very hard on myself. I get told all the time, like, why are you so hard on yourself? Why do you keep pushing yourself to do X, Y, and Z, like you said? You got to check yourself, and you got to have yourself up here at your overall standard, because it's just going to motivate you to get better and better and better. Like, you got to make sure that you know the difference between like being hard on yourself and being like too hypercritical. Because when you are hard on yourself, it just means you're setting expectations for yourself to keep getting better. So I agree, Jeanette. I agree. It's a great trait to have. And I think more people should kind of look at that as a positive and not a negative. So again, the first thing you should be asking yourself when you failed is, what is this failure trying to teach me? Jonathan Chong, welcome in. What's up? I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. What is this failure trying to teach you. You can't focus on the negatives of this failure. You have to remember that every failure that you go through has a positive, and it's going to help you. It's going to help you grow, and it's not a roadblock where you stop and you just quit. That, to me, that's the only failure that is actually a failure, is having that negative experience and deciding not to go on, deciding to stop, and just kind of like the goal that you had just vanishes. So making sure that you're asking yourself what this failure for whatever goal you have is trying to teach you. Just keep learning from your mistakes. Don't repeat them, and you're going to get better. So one of the first things about failure is you have to accept it. Again, it's inevitable. We all are going to fail, so you have to learn from your failure. Accept your mistakes and understand that you're human. We're all human. We have to accept our vulnerability and know that the mistakes that you make along the way don't define who you are. But what you learn from those mistakes will, down the road, help you define who you are. So your failures are not who you are. You're going to learn, develop better skills from those mistakes. You're going to be stronger because of those mistakes, and you're just hardening your shell. You got battle scars now. So it's up to you to not allow those like failures and those setbacks and those falls. What's that famous quote? It's like fall down 8 times, stand up 9, something like that. But you have to, again, roll with the punches. You're going to get knocked down, and it's up to you to make sure you don't stay down. You set these goals for a reason. You got to remember why you started, and every failure along the way is going to allow you to get better. Warren Buffett, Mark Cuban, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk. You know how many times those guys have failed? They probably you couldn't even ask them how many times they failed, because all of those successful people, all of those people who, again, have gotten to where they are, have only gotten there because they've learned from their failures and got better and better and better. So make sure you accept your failures and know that it's not the end all be all. It's, I made a mistake, I am human, and I'm going to allow this lesson that I learned from this mistake to allow me to get better. So just remember that every success story comes from failure. Relax yourself. So again, you can't allow yourself to get worked up when you fail. Maybe you will at first, but you got to relax. You got to bring it back down and say, okay, this failure does not define me. What I do beyond this failure is what's going to define me. And so a lot of people will get sad, they'll get depressed, they'll get angry, and they'll try to like blame everything around them instead of kind of taking a deep dive inside and relaxing, knowing that this failure isn't going to hold me back. Failure isn't going to stop me from continuing, because I know that, again, it's only a stepping stone. It's only a roadblock. It's only an obstacle that I have to get around. And when you kind of learn like that, you allow yourself to kind of say, okay, whatever this is, it's not going to hold me back anymore. It's a failure. I made a mistake, and now I got to learn from it, and I'm going to get better. Candy Mom, Cynthia, what's up? I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. So yeah, you got to relax and know that every mistake you make is just going to make you tougher, make you stronger, and you got to see it as like a competition for yourself. You got to see it as something that's going to, again, you look at all those movies, Rocky, um, any kind of famous movie where it's like guy gets hit in the mouth, gets knocked down. You can either stay down or you can get up. There's another quote there. When life gets hard and you're faced with struggles, instead of saying why me or why me, smile in the face of adversity and just say try me, because you can face anything. Every failure along the way is just, it's going to make you better, and you got to start looking at failure as something that's going to help you grow. So just be thankful for your failures, because they're going to make you better. Debbie Burnfield, Debbie, hello there. Thank you for being here. Welcome in. She says, hello, my dearest sweet friends. Debbie, I appreciate you for coming in. So again, you got to find the mistakes and you got to learn from them. The quicker you can learn from those mistakes and keep moving, the better off you're going to be. And you're just going to, again, you're going to grow from it. Take responsibility. Take responsibility. So I got a book recommendation for you guys, if you're open to it. It's called Extreme Ownership. It's by two former U.S. Navy SEALs who fought over in the Iraq War, in SEAL Team 3. Kate says, and failures mean you're trying. Absolutely, Kate. Bingo. Kate, failures mean you're trying. If you don't fail, it means that you're not trying. And that's the only way to avoid it. So make sure you're paying attention to your failures and knowing that, again, you're trying. Cynthia says, I set many goals this weekend, met most of them. Every goal accomplished helped me stay motivated. Boom. There you go. Again, that's back to the to-do list. Set those mini goals, check them off. And again, a little bit of progress is better than no progress at all. So yeah, just keep setting those goals and crushing them. So extreme ownership is basically these two former Navy SEALs talked about the wins and losses they had in battle. So these guys were in the trenches, like during the Iraq War, they were fighting, defending the country, and they wrote a book about their experience, about their team's experience, their leadership experience, and they broke it down into what went wrong, what could have been adjusted or fixed, and how they had to take ownership of their problems, of their mistakes, of their failures, and learn from them. So Extreme Ownership is one of the best books in terms of like leadership and just overall like learning from mistakes, learning from failures, and growing from those failures. So taking extreme ownership of your mistakes, of, again, your responsibility and your failures is going to allow you to, again, you're focusing on what you can learn from it instead of just focusing on the negatives from it. Cynthia says, earlier I wanted a snack. It had chocolate on it. It was like Cody telling me no, look for something else. Hey, whatever helps you. If that helps you, then good. But yeah, so take ownership of your mistakes and don't blame everything around you. What can you do better? You got internalists and externalists. So the internalist will take ownership. They'll focus on them. They'll focus on what they can control. They'll ask themselves how they could have done better or what they didn't do to their best ability. And then the externalists will blame all of their surroundings, all of their kind of circumstances, everything around them, and they'll place blame. Here, here, here. This is why I didn't succeed. So you have to decide, are you going to be an internalist, take ownership of your actions, or are you going to be an externalist and try to place blame other places? There's the difference between winners and losers is winners will take ownership. They're going to learn from their mistakes and they're going to get better. Losers will continue to lose because they'll continue to place blame everywhere else. So you got to decide, are you going to be a winner or not? Brian's West Coast Disney Adventures. Hey peeps, what's up, Brian? Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. It's all right. Candy Mom says, so it could have been a setback, but I'm glad I was able to switch. I can't kick myself if I do lapse. Just keep pushing forward. That's all you can do. Keep pushing forward. Keep moving forward. Learn from your mistakes and keep moving forward. Get motivation from your failures. You gotta be able to, look at what you're trying to accomplish and become motivated. Like, hey, I didn't get it this time, but next time, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to get it done. Or I'm going to learn. I'm going to take what I learned from this failure, and I'm just going to keep moving. And I'm going to get better and better. And you got to remember why you started. You got to know that if you look back a couple months from now, or look back 3 months ago, you know that you did get better. Yeah. So somebody who's trying to lose 25 pounds, say after the 3 months, they wanted to lose 15 pounds in 3 months. They said, you know what, if I lose 5 pounds a month, then I'll be 15 pounds down and that much closer to my goal. But then 3 months down the road and they lose 6 pounds. That can get demotivating for some people because they didn't lose the 15 pounds they set out to lose. They almost lost half, but they'll focus on the negative. Whereas you can look back on those 3 months and you said, no, I lost 6 pounds. I still lost 2 pounds per month. And I'm still closer to my goal than I was 3 months ago. So again, it's a mind game that you got to learn to not get so unmotivated because you didn't reach your specific goal, but you're closer and you're going to keep getting better. You learn from, okay, those last 3 months, what could I have done better? And then maybe I would have lost 8 or 10 pounds, and you learn from that and you keep going. Ken says, even when we have a bad day or afternoon, it doesn't mean we have to give up on this week. That's my problem sometimes, but I reset each day if the prior day was bad. That's great, Ken. Yeah, you just got to reset. You can't let one bad morning, one bad afternoon kind of derail you from the week. You just got to get better, and you got to say, okay, what went wrong this day that I can control next time. But reset and know that one bad day doesn't make a bad week. If you, again, keep focusing on that bad day, then you might have a bad week, but you just got to keep focusing on the 24 hours, focus on the next 24 hours. You always take one day at a time and keep getting better. Debbie says, it is just like when I was doing tons of walking this year, and this year I couldn't get motivated to move. Then my doctor said I needed to get back on track. I am trying, just don't have the energy. Yeah, just like what my mom said, start small steps. A little bit of something is always better than nothing, and the more you can focus on taking 5 to 10 minutes out of your day and getting a little bit of movement in, and then slowly you're going to start to feel better. You reassess and you say, okay, I'm going to bump it up, and I'm going to bump it up. I'm going to go 8 minutes, 10 minutes, and you just track your progress along the way, and you're going to get better because of it. So start small and celebrate the small wins, celebrate the small victories, and you got this. Again, I'm going to start an accountability group this week. I'm going to start the Facebook accountability group for the Strive Tribe. So if you guys want to be involved in that, let me know. I'm going to just open it up to people who want to join. I'll put the link in like my future streams. But definitely, if you want to be a part of the accountability group, we're just going to motivate each other, lift each other up, and keep each other accountable the best way we can. Let me know. Debbie's already in. Good. Debbie, I got you. I'll make sure that you're one of the first people to know when I open up the group. Ken, I know will definitely be down. Annie Coog, what's up, Ann? Thank you for being here. Happy Sant. Nicole says she would love to join. Perfect. So these are just some of the things that help with failure. And knowing that failure is not negative, failure is a great thing. And you got to keep telling yourself this. Failure is a good thing. And learning from your failure is just going to make sure that you grow and you improve and you're closer. Kate is in, so we got more people to join. Ann's in. All right, good. It's set. Definitely next stream, I will make the announcement about the group. I'll put the link in, and we're going to get that thing rolling. Mom's in. Cynthia's in. It's going to be a great group. All right, we got a little over 10 minutes. 15 ways to practice self-talk for success. Guys, I can't stress this one enough, how important it is to pay attention to how you talk to yourself. So let's put it this way. On average, we have about 12,000 to 60,000 thoughts per day. So what this means is every little thought in your head, there's so many coming in, and they kind of just keep going. You got a lot of thoughts in your head. You got to pay attention to them. Take inventory of those thoughts. Be prepared to just practice positive thinking. How you talk to yourself affects your energy. It affects your actions. It affects your overall mood. Sebastian the Crab, shoot, I walked away. I don't know what you asked, but sure, I'm in. Sebastian, why do I keep saying Sebastian? Jeanette, basically, I'm going to be having an accountability group on Facebook where we're just going to, again, it's going to be similar to this, but it's going to be almost like an everyday thing where it's going to be a community of people just uplifting each other, inspiring each other to keep going, keep working on their goals, keep working on themselves. Mike's in. Good. But yeah, it's going to be a really cool community on Facebook that I'm just going to keep trying to grow, because when you surround yourself with positive people, you surround yourself with people with similar interests than you, it's just going to, again, you're going to have that little network to kind of keep feeding each other motivation and accountability. So I will have more updates on that soon. But so talking to yourself aloud or mentally is just, it's like self-talk. So these messages can help you succeed, or they can hold you back, leaving you paralyzed in fear. You have to decide, are you going to allow yourself to be paralyzed by your own thoughts, or are you going to take action and talk to yourself in a positive manner? So let's talk about how we can really use self-talk to our advantage. One of the first ones is having a purpose higher than yourself. So for me, my purpose is, again, helping inspire others to live a healthy lifestyle through fitness and wellness. Jeanette says, I'm in. I do very well with accountability. That is awesome. Perfect. So I already got a list of people that are going to join. But having a purpose higher than yourself. So what this means is when you have faith in what you do, you're going to be more motivated to do it. And so knowing that your actions are not only rooted in like your own benefit, but they're rooted in benefits of others, you're going to be more motivated to do it. So for me, I want to make sure that I educate and inspire as many people to live a healthy lifestyle, and I leave this world better than I left it. So I always want to, again, be that positive guiding force for people who are trying to get better, trying to improve. And I know my purpose is just to, again, be that light for others and just try to help as many people as I can. So having a purpose like that, when you feel you have purpose, you're going to be more, again, more positive, more motivated, and more apt to take action. So that's the first one. The next one, again, this goes back to our accountability group. Cut overly negative people out of your life, which can be hard for people, especially when you care about people, but you have to pay attention to the energy that people give off. If someone is extremely negative and they're kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Exuding that negative energy onto you, that can be very draining. And you got to learn that you can't allow like negative people to affect how you feel. You got to kind of balance it out. If like you care about someone but they're overly negative, maybe you kind of limit the amount of times you see them per week. Maybe step back and ask yourself, is their negativity going to help you? So sometimes you got to cut negative people out of your life because they're not going to help benefit your overall energies and your positive thinking. So just being aware of like people who are overly negative, they'll just keep pushing that negativity out, and that energy is just, it's very toxic. So just being aware of that can be really beneficial in knowing that it's not going to help you. Gratitude. I already talked about gratitude. Being thankful every day for like the little things. There's a rainbow outside, and it's like, how many times you get to see a rainbow? Just the little details in everyday life. There was a study from Psychology Today. They talked about how young adults assigned to keep gratitude journals showed greater increases in determination, attention, enthusiasm, and energy compared to other groups. So just being thankful, waking up every day and either saying to yourself, I'm thankful for my family, I'm thankful for my health, I'm thankful for another day where I can, again, be my best self. Just thinking about these things can help produce positive mindset, positive actions, and again, you're just going to feel better overall. Or you write it down. Again, gratitude journals. Write it down. Wake up. 3 to 5 things you say, okay, what am I thankful for today? And then day by day, you try to differentiate. You try to say, okay, yesterday, these were the 3 things I'm thankful for. Today, I'm going to try and pick 3 new things. And the more you can do that, the better off you're going to be. So practice gratitude. It's going to allow you to, again, think more positively, and you're going to feel better. Instead of, going to work and kind of complaining that you're at work, think about the fact that you have a job, and you got to think out there, like there's a lot of people who don't have jobs right now, or they're struggling to find a job. So it's just all about perspective. You got to be aware that there's always somebody who has it worse, and just being more mindful of like the little things, being positive and being thankful for where you're at and what you have in your life is going to help you feel better. Comparison, and this leads to comparison to others. Focus on yourself and be grateful for your own life, because again, there's somebody out there who might be struggling a lot more than you. And again, we get trapped in the social media world, the virtual world, where we find ourselves comparing ourselves to others. And we will say, oh, I wish I wish that was me, or I wish I could look like that. And like people will just like, again, they'll focus on everything around them instead of focusing on themselves. So you got to be thankful for what you have and don't compare yourself to others. Make yourself the better you, not the better copy of someone else. Cynthia, that's right on the money. You got to do it for you. You can't do it because you want to be like somebody else. You can't try to impersonate somebody else. You are you for a reason, and you got to own that. Everybody is different in their own ways, and just being aware of that, allowing yourself not to compare yourself to others, you're going to be so much better off. Positive words with others. Yeah, so this leads back to, again, we got 12,000 to 60,000 thoughts per day. Start speaking life and affirmation to the people in your life that you love, including yourself. Again, you got to be more positive, focus on the positives and less on the negatives. Believe in your ability to succeed. We all have the opportunity to succeed, and self-doubt is killer. Self-doubt holds people back. Like there's people out there that have $1 million ideas or ideas that could change the world. And some of those ideas or dreams, they'll take to the graves with them. And it's sad to think of it like that, but it's true. Self-doubt is the killer of all dreams. So you got to believe in your ability to succeed and know that with the right plan in place, with the right help around you, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can. So you gotta again be positive up here, and your actions are going to follow. Cynthia says, yeah, because I don't think I would look good with a beard like Cody. Probably. I mean, hey, you never know. You never know. But yeah, we're all capable of succeeding in our own ways. We just have to be aware of it. So those were just some of the ways. I don't want to go over my 1 hour mark, but we could always go over the next a part of the list next week. But I have a quote that I always end the stream with. And the quote this week, thanks to Kate, my lovely better half, she found a good quote that I'm going to share with you guys. So the quote reads, failure let me start over. Failure should be your teacher, not our undertaker. Failure is delay, not defeat. It is a temporary detour, not a dead end. Failure is something we can avoid only by saying nothing, doing nothing, and being nothing. Absolutely. Absolutely. Failure is not the end all be all. Failure is inevitable. You're meant to fail. You're going to fail. And we can't take failure for being the worst thing. It's the best thing. You got to learn from it. You got to grow from it, and you're just going to get better. So every single failure that you make from now on, you ask yourself, what is this trying to teach me, and how can I grow from it? Be thankful. Be thankful for every single failure you have along the way, and know that it's not the end. It's still just beginning. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for the comments, the chat. It was very great tonight. Like I wasn't expecting. I always go into the stream and I'm like, I don't know how it's gonna be, but you guys are awesome. Your participation means the world, and I'm so thankful that we're just gonna keep growing this community, living the Strive movement, and just gonna keep getting better. So thank you guys. I hope you guys have a great week. You know where to find me. I'm on Strive to Do Better on Facebook, Strive to Better on Instagram. Email me, strive2dobetter@gmail.com. Anything you guys want to talk about, communicate with me, reach out. I'm always here to chat. I hope you guys have a wonderful night and a wonderful week. Thank you for choosing to strive. I'll see you guys next week.